I'm a wanderer, a modern mystic. That's my job, kind of. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how can that possibly be a job? How can one make money from that? That's the question I get asked most. It's always about money. So I figured I was going to make a video that goes a little bit about the specific process while doing the process. That's what I like to do the most. Doing the thing by doing the thing. So I have a few people who have been going through a thing called Saga. I have to turn off this light before it makes me blind. I can probably turn it back on after a while. That got very dark all of a sudden. They go through this thing called Saga. And it requires them to post regularly a video, to make a video, to talk mostly. It's less about the video and more about the talking. Because you get in the habit of actually sharing your ideas, and most people today, they don't. Not in a way where people could see them. And sometimes it would benefit everyone if the right person saw what they had to say. So it started off as a challenge for me. It was just meant for me to change. I started the challenge because I was in a chapter change in my life, and I wanted it to really make a difference. And I thought long and hard about how to make such a thing happen, to actually make the change. And in this case, my change, my 3 goals. Because you need goals. If you don't have anything that you want to change, it's hard. But rest assured, the thing that I'm going to talk about is going to work regardless. So I had 3 goals. I said to my coach in the first session we had, my goals are health, wealth, and happiness, which is very, very, very vague. I didn't know better though. I was just beginning. After a while, my goal became to become a travel vlogger. I've told this story many times. And I visualized standing in Athens on Christmas Eve, 100 days from the first video I made. I didn't know what to say in the video. And because of that, I didn't see the results I would have seen if I had been more conscious about it. Because everyone is thinking about themselves. What's in it for me, you know? They don't want to click on a video just because. There has to be some reason for it. Well, today, that's probably arguable because people watch whatever. Brain rot. But if I had a structure, things might have gone different from day one. But then there's the whole thing of compounding results, which is a very interesting phenomenon. That's not important right now, though. If you start to share who you are, and you do so consistently, and in this case 100 days, you'll see that the platform that you are posting on, the algorithm, all the things will start to follow your consistency, and you'll see that you are starting to speak to people. They're finding you. That is something that's just going to happen as a consequence of you posting online. But if you start to think consciously about it, and start to think, what do you have to offer to a person who might need what you have to offer, and you start to see in your head, visualize that you're talking to that person, giving actual value and solutions, then all of a sudden that game changes. Hey, gott att se dig. So you're helping a specific person with a specific problem. Many people might overcomplicate that fact or that whole concept. But I saw that it goes way beyond that. The reason most people don't do anything in terms of creating anything online or sharing their thoughts is because they're scared of what people might say about them. And that keeps them from doing it. So I guess what I want to do is, by doing it and saying specifically what I am doing, to what purpose I'm doing it, that I'll inspire some people to either continue to do so and realize why they're doing it, or start, or pick it back up. Because right now, in today's age, content is not just stuff online anymore. It is your voice. Communities, actual communities, people who are real with each other, like-minded people. This could be in any topic. It doesn't matter. If you have a group of people that is centered around the same ideology, that want the same thing. In my case, it was to live free and authentic, to be you, and that it wasn't criminal to be so. That was it. And as that developed, as most things does or do, as do people, change is the only constant. That too, you need to be in a growth-oriented mindset. You need to see that change is actually possible, and you want that change. But if you're speaking to the same ideology, the same goal, the same mission, people form under one banner. And now you have something very, very powerful, as Russell Brunson and every single content creator with community would say. It's a fucking army. Now, with that army, you need to do something specific in order to make money. You need to create something for them to buy, which in today could be anything. It could be Patreon memberships. It could be, if you make ebooks, information that they can download. Products, actual products. I found a package of tea yesterday. Completely forgot about that. Well, on the journey, there's been a lot of things. You just need to create the thing that the people you talk to, or the people you like, the people you hang with, your community, what they need, what they want, and then you deliver that to them. But without an audience, without a community, there's no need, there's no use, there's no point. And that's why if you create something for them to see, all of a sudden you're a lighthouse. You attract the people that see the same things that you do. And you, hopefully, you push away those people you don't want to be with. It's a win-win-win. Probably even more wins if you really think about it. But there are frameworks, there are things that you can do that is going to make it more effective, of course. That's what we have in the community, in the Legacy Forge, in Tribe. It's been running for years now. We just want people to realize that they can do it. That you can start to create a video and then see what happens based on that. And if you're like one of those people that says, I'm going to see if you do it before I'm going to attempt to do it, then good on you. Well done for postponing your life based on what other people do with theirs. I never got the concept. I never understood why that was such a thing, but it is. People today, they love to tear each other down. That's just how it is. So if you can come to peace with the fact that you'll always be hated upon as much as you'll be loved upon, there'll always be drama, and then just tune out for that and not really actually genuinely not care about what other people think, I don't think there has ever been any bigger opportunity in history, because, you know, the last time I said that, the last time everyone said that was before AI. And now AI is a thing. But it can never replace the human. Human connection, communities, heart-centered mindsets. That's always going to be there. The energy, the soul, the frequencies. Humans. Unless we really go bad and create a Terminator scenario. But hey, until that day, we have choice. We have opportunity. Just pick up your fucking thing. Your camera, your phone, whatever it is. Start speaking your voice consistently. Consistently. Over at least 90 days. And then we can talk. I can promise you, shit's gonna change. I'm gonna walk. I also believe in habit stacking, as James Clear would say, where you do something while doing something. So you kind of 2 flies in 1 swat, and doing something that's good for you, you know. Been eating gobi berries for 2 days. I'm not sure if that's good. I just really felt like gobi berries for some reason. But I don't want to talk anymore. I think this is a longer than necessary video to say what I wanted to say. But I'm going to continue to speak about how I'm doing things, because many people have no idea how it works to be a modern mystic and a wanderer and a whatever else I introduce myself to when people come asking what I do for a living. Story liver and a storyteller and a story gatherer, blah, blah, blah. I'm simply just doing my journey while talking about it. Essentially, that's it. Subscribe and all that stuff. If you really want to support the mission, 1 like, 1 comment, 1 share, 1 subscribe. You have no idea how much that does just in terms of the algorithm. So you didn't pay anything other than your attention, which is actually, you know, the most valuable thing you can pay today. But it helps in the algorithm. So it helps us to do more. And that's basically all we want to do. It's to do more. And it has been a hard ride. If you want to help us do more, support. You know, donate, contribute, share, comment, join the tribe. Everything doesn't have to be about money. You know. I can promise you this, there are many, many things that you will find on this journey that is going to be well worth the journey of just entering it. So, live your myth. Start forging a legacy. All those cliche things that I haven't said nearly enough about because I don't know why. But that's literally what we're doing. Have a fantastic, magical day and all that stuff. May it be epic. See you in the next one.